Tuesday, you go to... Oh, I can't make out your writing. Boomload?
Broom Lodge. It's an old people's home.
And you do what?
I serve tea and I gossip and I play very bad poker games.
Why don't you minister? Go up there as a priest.
Because, Direttore, I don't want to pull rank.
That's tosh. As a priest, you go up with twice the power. And many of these people want a priest.
They already have one. Father Maguire. A decent man with no interest in charades or serving cups of weak tea.
That smacks dangerously of secularism. All this worker priest stuff. If all that mattered was that we did good works, I'd be quite happy to let you become a social worker.
Well, you should try it sometime. Learn a lot about Beggar, my neighbour. I'm Scrabble.
You're changing the subject.
Well, I'm bored with the subject, Father Troy. I've agreed to this mid-term review of my sabbatical, but it doesn't mean you have to tell me what a priest does.
Wednesday?
My evening off. Chaos and madness. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I do both.
I droll. Thursday?
I correct my students' essays.
Friday?
More essays. Then I go to the film club.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It is. There's the Jimmy Stewart season on.
Can I come along? I like Stewart. Death-free, Wonderful Life.
No, you've missed both of those, and you're not a student.
Come on, Baldi. Don't be a dog in the manger. There must be associate membership.
You know, when our relationship becomes that of associates, Direttore, I will personally apply for you. Yes, I'll see if I can get you an associate membership. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go. Boomload calls.
Paolo, good man. Thelma's hunting for you. She's mental for a game of Scrabble.
Oh, I've brought her a book matron so she can beat me even more soundly.
Good man. Have to run. Betty's on my tail. She's Greta Garbo this week, by the way.
I want to be alone.
I shall remember.
There you are, young man. Thought you'd never come.
All right, Thelma, I bought your book.
Ooh. Scrabble dictionary. Well, thank you. Oh, look at all these lovely three-letter combinations.
So how have you been?
Oh, quite well, thank you. Do you like my hat?
Indeed I do. You look great, Thelma.
Oh, there's a terrible tendency to go native in here. One has to keep oneself up to scratch. Otherwise, it's downhill all the way, and one ends up like poor Janet here. Hello, Janet. Are you lost again?
I'm fine, thank you, my dear. I just came to see that the girl still hasn't moved.
Oh, what girl is that, Janet? You see what I mean? Cardigan and trainers, and the next thing is imaginary girls who don't move. Quite confused, poor old thing. What girl is that, Janet? Is it the one who feeds you?
No. This one is... I forget her name. She's lying quite still.
Perhaps she's asleep.
Well, maybe. But she's blocking my door.
No, there's no girl there. This happens a lot here. Elderly people, you see. Perhaps you will take her back to her room.
Of course.
It's on the other side of the courtyard. Oh, sure, you know the layout.
Sure, yeah. Come with me, Janet. All right. You take me out. Right. Now, Janet, this is your room. Where do you like to sit?
I sit here.
Right, sit here. There you go. Okay, and the girl isn't blocking your door anymore, so it'll be all right.
No, it's not this door. Over there.
What, the French windows? Oh, but, I think you're right. I think there is something blocking. Oh, God. Jack. Oh, God. Just, all right. Matron. Oh, nurse. You're one of the physios, are you, Jason?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Yeah, can you...
So John's taking his turn?
No, it's one of the nurses. Can you...
What's happened?
Right.
Oh, good.
Sharon.
Good God. Oh, no.
I think she must have fallen, from up there.
That's her room. Oh, Lord. Is she a pulse?
No, she's already called, I'm afraid. Get me.
Yeah.
Can you wake her?
No, Janet, I don't think I can.
Well, that's the particulars taken, Paolo. Thanks for your help. I better go and talk to the other witness. Jason Crowley.
Oh, he's the physio here. Very upset by Sharon's death.
Can I ask you, what was she like as a person?
I didn't know her that well. She was a carer, quiet, considerate.
Was she happy?
She didn't seem unhappy. In fact, she told me she was getting married soon. So, well, it wasn't suicide in any case, if that's why you're asking.
I'm not asking. But why are you so sure?
Signs.
Oh.
No, she had bruising marks on her hands. Scratches. Somebody pushed her out of that window.
Poor thing. Yes?
Hello?
Hello, yes?
I'm looking for Sharon Quigley. They said...
All right, and who are you?
I'm her boyfriend. Kieran's my name. I was here earlier and I came back for her, but Matron said to come in here. Is there something wrong?
Yeah, look, Kieran,
There's something wrong, isn't there?
I should go.
thanks, Paolo. Kieran, if you just like to come in and sit down. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
With respect, Father Baldi.
Please.
Paolo, this is another prime example of what I've been talking about. This young woman was a Catholic. Now, had you been there as a priest...
What, with the oils in my utility belt, like Batman? It would have made no difference. She'd been dead for some time. I said the act of contrition. Myself and Janet, first thing she's remembered in years.
Poor sad girl.
Oh, she was happy enough, I think.
I meant sad, because she saw fit to take her own young life.
No, this wasn't suicide, Father Troy. This was murder.
Good God. Are you serious?
Absolutely. She was pushed out of the window, fighting for her life, it seems.
That's appalling, terrible. I mean, do they know who did it?
Well, there's a boyfriend. I expect he'll be the first suspect. No, he seems broken-hearted. Well, as anyone might be.
And there's no one here?
It's an old people's home. People scream all the time and no one hears.
So, Sharon definitely told you she was getting married?
Yes. I asked her why she was singing one evening, and she said, because I'm getting married.
To her boyfriend?
Well, I assume so. Who else do you marry?
Well, you see, that's the thing. Her boyfriend, Kieran, denies absolutely she'd asked him to marry her. So we have conflicting evidence.
Maybe he didn't want to get married.
But if she was pressing him, pressuring him...
Well, you don't kill someone because they want to get married.
You might kill them if there's something big at issue.
Well, like jealousy.
I was thinking of pregnancy.
Ah! Is she? Well, was she?
Don't know. There'll be a post-mortem.
Madam, I'm full of no coffee.
Uh-oh. When come all buffalo die.
The man himself and Inspector Mann. In conclave. Any white smoke yet? I suppose you have it solved, Baldi.
No, do you?
Well, we have a piece of evidence from one of the residents. It's not conclusive, but it points us in a certain direction, I suppose.
Well, not all of them are trustworthy as witnesses. Betty Todd saw Michael Collins pushing a shopping trolley through the lounge last week.
Well, this one watches and listens. She'd be fairly on the ball now.
The Thelma?
That's right. You got that name out of me in jig time, Baldi. But I don't want you leading her on now.
No, I won't. I only play Scrabble with her.
So that becomes repossesses, and that's put on a triple letter and 9 there.
Hold on, Thelma. What is this?
What?
This word, koa, that you're just giving yourself 9 for.
Well, it's in your book here. It means...
You're supposed to know the meanings in advance, not bung in any 3 letters and...
a Hawaiian acacia.
Huh? Oh, yeah, go on.
Now, that's 54 and the triple 61. Quite good, eh?
Quite good. You were speaking to a friend of mine here.
Was I?
Yes, Superintendent Rin.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear he's a friend of yours. I found him rather gruff. And none too bright.
So what did you tell him? Ox is the best I can do.
Well, what I heard, Sharon's boyfriend roaring at her.
When?
About an hour before you found her.
About what?
About Jason.
Well, Jason who works here, the physio Jason.
The boyfriend was screaming about how she was a slut. How she was after Jason and had slept with him. Terribly unsavory stuff.
And it was definitely Sharon's boyfriend?
Oh, yes. I know his voice. He used to call up here sometimes.
Oh, right.
A student, I think. The most irregular, really. Oh, I seem to have some letters to add to your ox. M and O. R and...
Oxymoron. Have you seen Father Troy this morning?
He went out early. Didn't have a bit of black pudding or anything.
An odd, gloomy man, Mrs. Reed.
Does he have any amusements at all?
His only weakness, strangely enough, is neighbours.
No. Oh, you'd never think it.
Still waters, Mrs. Reed. Should talk to him about some of your favourite characters and episodes. He'd like that.
Well, I will. Indeed. Fancy him liking my favourite programme.
The death of Sharon Quigley, a nurse at an old people's home in South Dublin. A man in his 20s.
Is that thing up where you're working?
Indeed it is, Mrs. Reed.
Well, they're after nabbing someone by the sounds of it.
They are, Mrs. Reed. I'm not sure it's the right someone. Hello, Thelma.
Paolo. This is Jack. Jack, Dr. Baldi. Terrible at Scrabble. Worse than you.
We haven't met.
That's because this old hermit stays in his room so much. Never comes out unless I drag him.
I'm not crippled. I'm just not very mobile.
Oh, he hasn't got his pins, but he has his marbles, eh? But what are you doing up here again?
Well, I'm out of my routine a bit, Thelma. You've seen Sharon.
Everyone's routine is disturbed since that girl's death.
How are people coping?
Lots of them don't even realise. Of course, Jack here is broken-hearted. Aren't you, Jack?
Be afraid of being murdered in your bed.
Oh, we've had the police in every day, including quite a pretty woman. Seems far too young to be a guard. But they say she's a detective inspector.
I know her. Tina Ma'am.
She interviewed our resident Casanova, Jason. He was quite pink about the ears.
Maybe she just wanted to chat him up, huh?
Oh, listen to him. He's got all the phrases. Chat him up.
So, is Jason around?
I haven't seen him. But you could try the physio room, or matron Mado. She's clearing Sharon's room.
Jason. Hi. Paolo Baldi.
How are you? Oh, how could I forget? Really net like.
Yes. Are you over it?
No chance. I didn't know Sharon that well, but I really liked her. Everyone really liked her.
Yes, poor thing. She mentioned she was planning to get married. Did she ever mention that to you?
No, she didn't tell you the truth.
I mean, I assumed she meant a boyfriend.
Well, it certainly wouldn't have been me. I'm married. Now I have to go. Keep fit time for the old years, eh?
Yes, of course. I just wanted to see how you were getting over it.
Paolo, what brings you up here?
Oh, I just came up to see how people are coping.
Look at this for the found stacked under the bed. Bride's magazine. 10 or a dozen. Poor thing. She was definitely planning on the big day.
Yes. May I see? Oh, grief.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm just amazed at the price of these things.
Oh, you can't tell me anything about the cost of weddings. Our eldest got married last year. You could go bankrupt getting married these days, Paolo.
Where's the nearest phone, matron?
I shall use the one in my office. No phoning Australia now.
Quickly, what have you got for me?
Something really interesting. I'll sit down. It's about Sharon and Jason.
Spit it out. Rin's got me looking for anything on Jason to shore up his case against the boyfriend.
Well, I've got something all right, but it won't shore up Rin's case. Look.
Bride's magazine.
From Sharon's room. The place was coming down with them. 10 or a dozen.
White or pink? The modern dilemma. Poor girl. She was certainly intent to getting married.
She was all right, but wait till you see to whom.
What do you mean?
Go on, open it up.
Oh, there's a note here. A letter.
Next page.
Another one.
Yeah. 4 drafts, Tina, crossed out. To Jason's wife from Sharon, telling her she was going to marry Jason. 4 drafts that never got sent. Read that one.
I am reading.
Well, all that one. They're all pretty much the same.
You must understand Jason loves me and wants to marry me. Oh, God, what a mess. People. There's no point in trying to stop us.
Now there's a motive. See? Imagine having that little sort of Damocles hanging over the wedding bed.
Well, indeed. Gosh, Paolo, what can I say? I mean,
Well, you know, it's not firm evidence.
Well, it certainly reads enough to concentrate on Jason.
Well,
better get these back to the station, huh? Right.
Sure. Would you like to come to the cinema club with me? I'm allowed to bring guests.
Well, this is so sudden. What night?
Friday. It's the James Stewart retrospective.
Iconic, eh, Paolo? I'd love to come, but I'm doing something.
Ah, right.
Another time, eh?
Yes.
And look, thanks for these.
Okay.
Well done.
Oh, Superintendent Rin.
Baldi,
Sit down.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Right is right.
Detective Inspector Mann?
Oh, good as gold. Head turned a bit with post hoc and propter hoc and stuff you put in it. But otherwise...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So?
Well, I thought I'd pop up and say thanks for the letters you sniffed out, and, of course, they put a different picture on the whole thing. So, well, I know we, I sometimes rag you about solving things, but I'm kind of watching you, and you have a talent, an eye for these things. So, we've got hold of some photos. I'd like you to have a look.
So, I'm sorry, I'm not entirely with you.
Well, those letters you turned up, they put this fellow Jason in the spotlight. Mahan went round to his house. He was as nervous as a kitten. Turns out she arrived slap bang in the middle of him trying to destroy some photos. Burned them. Only Mahan got hold of them.
Well, now. And what do these photos show?
Well, what they show is that our friend Jason had an intimate relationship with Sharon, which he denied when we first talked to him, so he's telling fibs.
How do you know it was intimate?
But the girl had no clothes on. These are intimate, believe me.
And you want me to look at them?
I do.
Why?
Like I said, you seem to have a kind of gift for the old clues. You needn't mention we had this little talk to Man, of course.
Oh, do you not want me to?
Oh, come on, Baldi. A chat between men.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Eternal rest grant unto her, O Lord, and may perpetual light shine upon her. May she rest in peace. Amen.
Well, that's it. Why don't I push you over to the van, Jack?
I could manage it myself. But okay.
That's the boyfriend. He looks absolutely distraught, poor fellow.
It would appear he's no longer a suspect.
And there's that guard, the rude one, talking to Jason.
Do you know, I think the rude one is arresting the fit one.
Oh, good Lord, Paolo, I think you're right. Oh, they're putting him in the car. Our little Casanova.
I don't mind who they get, as long as they get someone.
Can I talk to you?
I wish you would. Mrs. Reed keeps jabbering on about a bunch of people from somewhere called Ramsay Street. She seems to think I know them. Incomprehensible stuff.
Sorry, it's my fault.
You know them?
Sort of. I'll call her off, I promise.
Mrs. Reed's out. It's a girl. A woman.
Yes, it's for me. We'll go into the parlour.
Aren't you going to introduce me?
It's business. You'll find it dull. I'll take you to the cinema club instead.
Thanks.
Please.
Wayne sent me up with the photos. He wants you to look at them.
Oh, any idea why?
Well, God knows how that mind works. He'd be Machiavelli if he was smarter. But here's what I think he's up to. I mentioned in passing that I thought there was something odd about the photos. Rin thinks I know what's odd about them.
And do you?
I don't really, but Rin thinks I see something he doesn't and that I'm not telling him. So, he's called in the referee.
Me?
You.
Well, let's have a look then.
There they are. She had a good body. Pert, I think the word is. Oh, by the way, she wasn't pregnant. You're not looking, Paolo. You're... What's that thing horses do?
Bridling, and I'm not. I'm trying to figure out. There's something weird about them. Look at that one. This one.
Yeah?
You see, Sharon seems to be totally ignoring the photographer. There's no attempt to pose. It doesn't feel like something happening between
lovers.
Or it's almost as if she doesn't know she's being photographed.
Or doesn't care.
Yes, but she was wildly in love with Jason. Doesn't that mean that...
Well, you tell me. Or does semiotics run out here?
Oh, gosh, I'm paying for that.
Sorry, I'm teasing. could mean she felt so easy in the presence of that person that she was perfectly relaxed. You know the feeling.
Yes, of course. Yes, and there's no little Rembrandt face in the mirror to say who's taking these shots.
Unless you can find one. Lynn assumes it's Jason. No, Jason denies it. But it seems significant that he was trying to destroy them.
Indeed it does. But can I study these in my own time?
Without me breathing down your neck, you mean?
No. Well, I mean, yes, but, it's only a...
Paolo. I'm joking. Look, I have to go anyway. Oh, take a good look. And, enjoy the cinema club.
Oh, you remembered?
Yeah, Friday night, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going out with some myself. So, ciao.
Damn. Oh, get a grip, Paolo. James Stewart is the photographer, and the baddie is Wayne Burr, who later became Perry Mason. And this lonely asthma, she would want to... Oh, sorry. You're on the low cholesterol breakfast, to see. Just the one black pudding.
Oh, the woman is a tyrant. She caught me on the way out and hauled me back.
God's will, Father Troy. Did you enjoy the film?
Excellent. But, I was thinking, I don't know if we'd get away with it these days.
What do you mean?
Well, it's almost the hero is Peeping Tom, isn't it? I mean, there he sits in a wheelchair taking pictures of people in their rooms.
He watches. He doesn't take pictures. Oh, good grief. What? Here, have my black pudding if you want.
What?
I need to nip off to the university.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh.
Jerry!
Doc Baldi.
Did you tell me once that you were in the camera club?
I did.
Does that mean that you know something about them?
Stalwart of the club, Doc. King of the telephoto.
Perfect. And you're not busy next session?
How did you know that, Doc?
Oh, some sixth sense. Will you come with me and look at some photos?
Sure, Doc. Where?
Why don't we slip into the department? So I'm right. Well, these weren't taken inside the room, were they?
It's well spotted, though, Doc. The depth of field difference is really marginal. They were taken from quite close with a long lens, something like an 800 millimeter, maybe even 1,000.
Just tell me one other thing, Jerry. If I showed you the room this girl was in when these pictures were taken, could you work out where they were taken from?
Depends.
Why don't we go and have a look?
That's Sharon's room up there, right?
Yes.
So it must be one of the windows on that side. So which one? Well, the telephone line pretty much settles it.
So,
let's go back up to her room.
Right, go. Carry on that with you. Right, it's not that one. It's there. It's the window diagonally across from us. You sure? Sure. Well, then let's go and see whose room it is. Oh, the Doc! Someone's just come over to the window. Oh, there he is, Doc. Well, look who we have here. Jack, all right if you come in?
What do you want?
Photos of Sharon.
What about them?
Did you take them?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Photos of Sharon? She's dead.
Before she died. They were shot from here, from this room.
Well, they may have been, but I didn't take them. Now get out of my room. You're upsetting me.
Jack, there's a young man. Father. Is everything all right?
He's annoying me.
Well, that does not sound a bit like our Dr. Baldi.
No, it's okay, Thelma. I'm just leaving. How did that go? Not very well. He denies he took them. I think he's lying, but I can't prove anything. And I can't figure out why Jason had them. Unless, of course what, Doc? Well, what's the first thing you think about when there's photos on the case?
Black and white prints?
Blackmail, Jerry, blackmail. That's why Jason had the photos.
Time to call in Claude then, sounds like.
Nah, not just yet. There's something I need to do first.
Paolo, what can I do for you?
Oh, matron, well, it's Thelma's friend, Jack. She's helping him look after his accounts, and she's a little worried where the money's going. He hasn't started up any accounts over the last year, has he?
Thelma's asking this.
She thinks Jack's getting a little confused.
Well, she's as sharp as a pin anyway. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she's running an eye over his figures with the spring wedding in mind. No, stop giggling. It happens all the time in here. It doesn't stop at your age or mine, I'll tell you.
The new accounts.
I was getting round to it, Paolo. Funny enough, Jack has been getting me to put money into a savings account. Not a huge amount now. In the branch down the road this last couple of months. Would that be what Tom was talking about?
Well, it could be, matron, indeed. It could well be. Thank you.
Oh, terrible thing about Jason, eh? They say she was about to spill the beans to the wife, and that's why she got the heave-ho. I'm still not the better of any of it. Love's a terrible curse all the same, isn't it? Do you not think that?
You know, I sometimes do, matron. The rear window was on at the cinema club.
The one I stood you up for?
Where James Stewart takes photographs of all the windows across the square.
I know it, with Grace Kelly. Oh, and the one who gets stood up, Miss Lonelyhearts.
Well, I suddenly saw, clear as day, the reason Sharon was disengaged wasn't because she knew the person who was taking the photographs. It was because she didn't know she was being photographed at all. The shots were being taken from outside her room, from across the courtyard.
Where stood who?
Well, sat who, more like. Jack was taking them.
The old fellow in the wheelchair?
Yes, him.
Wow, semiotics rules.
Well, except it doesn't. The story was turned on its head. The guy in the wheelchair is supposed to be the hero, not the villain. Anyway.
Blackmail came into your head.
How did you know?
Because it's the most obvious role for these photos.
Jack took the photos. Jason or Sharon found them.
They took to blackmailing him.
Then the whole thing was put at risk by Sharon's losing the plot. Jason did for Sharon, and then remembering the photos, tried to get rid of them.
Anything to support this. Jack.
Well, he denies it. But get this, he started a savings account about 3 months ago.
Did he? And how did you find out?
I certainly economy with the truth.
Oh?
Well, it's bluff, though. No, not lies. Well, maybe. Anyway, what do you think?
It's very interesting.
Oh, it's more than... Time to have another go at Jack.
Paolo, look, you've done brilliantly. But this is a police investigation.
Oh.
Really, I should proceed from here with Superintendent Wren.
Well, and have him arrest Matron or Janet. Let's just go one more step, eh? Then you can hand it over to him.
Look!
Jack, okay? Then it's over to him. I promise.
Yeah, I took the photos. But she led me on. Taken off her clothes with the curtains wide open. What was I to do?
Close your curtains, Jack, then you won't have to see. Whipping out the old box brownie and taking shots isn't the business.
Where is it, by the way?
In the trunk, in its case. Haven't used it since.
Our photo expert says they're very good.
I was the photographer. Weddings, mainly.
Right, so, next thing, you're all being blackmailed, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you report it to the Gardaí?
I'd have been pegged out of here, maybe faced charges. And it wasn't a lot.
How much?
$250 a month. She was getting married. She said it'd stop. She'd give them back.
Okay. Well, Jack, we will need you to testify, so...
Will it be made public?
We'll do our best to get you through this, Jack. Now, you've been a bit stupid, but you didn't see how it'd end. So tell the truth, and we'll do our best. Right. Super time, eh?
So, to recap, as they say, we're saying Jason and Sharon were blackmailing Jack.
Yes, Jack admits.
Jason wanted to stop the relationship because it was threatening his marriage, and so he killed Sharon.
Couldn't have summed it up better myself.
You are summing it up yourself, Baldi. Anyway, here it goes.
Jack. This is Superintendent Wren, who's in charge of the case.
Good afternoon, Mr. Keating. I know my junior officer has already spoken to you, but I'd like a word. A preliminary chat, in a way. And later we may proceed to a formal taped interview.
Look, all I did was act a maggot, and then he eat it.
Well, Detective Inspector Mahon has told me you've been cooperative. So we'll do what we can, okay? Now, a quick review of the facts to see if I've got them right. You took photos of Sharon from this window.
Yeah.
Jason Crowley got a hold of them.
Well, you tell me. I don't know that someone stole them. I took it to be Sharon. But maybe you know better.
Okay. Well, okay, we'll move along. Jason and Sharon proceeded to blackmail you and persuaded you to pay them.
Wait a minute. You keep mentioning Jason.
Yes.
Jason had nothing to do with it.
What?
Sharon was the one who did the business. I never saw Jason at all.
But you're saying it was Sharon on her own who blackmailed you?
Yeah.
But you're then... But that makes a nonsense of the whole theory, Baldi.
Look, you didn't tell us that, Jack.
You didn't ask.
Right. This interview is over. I'm sorry for wasting your time, Mr. Keating. I may ask you for a formal statement later. Don't talk to me, Baldi. Out of here, man. There's a fire unit.
Right, bye then, Inspector, Superintendent.
Close the door behind you, eh?
So, of course, at that point, the whole house of cards collapsed. Rin was murderous. He'd bet on me, and as far as he was concerned, I'd fallen at the last, which, of course, I had. And now I'm out of the loop. I'm flying blind.
This is not what I came here to do.
Please, look, you heard the facts. Help me out.
Really, Paolo?
Please.
But I still think you can't discount Jason.
No?
He lied all through. Doesn't that make him a suspect?
Well, he lied to save his marriage. Lots of people do that.
Why did he try to destroy the evidence, the photos?
Because they linked him to Sharon. Simple as that. She was dead. There was a police investigation. No, I don't believe it's Jason, and neither does Rin anymore, which is why he's so cross with me.
So who does Rin believe it is?
Jack, if he's any sense. Jack's the obvious suspect now. He was being blackmailed by Sharon alone, as we now know, and with a simple way to stop the blackmail.
But could he push Sharon out the window? You say he's in a wheelchair.
Well, the low sills, and he's quite strong.
So you think it's Jack?
No.
Oh, for heaven's sake, man, stop being so infuriatingly gnomic.
See, what worries me is neither Jason nor Jack have the really big motive, big enough to kill for. Now, in the film...
Paolo, this is life, not film. And I do wish you'd stop pacing the room. You look like Groucho Marx.
But in the film, see, the killing was for love. The person Raymond Burr played was deeply flawed, but he loved another person to distraction. He had the big motive, big enough to kill for.
You seem to have learned an alarming amount about romantic love in a short time.
By that token, what should have happened is that Sharon should have killed Jason's wife. Or vice versa. Don't you see?
I don't know what I see. I'm not a detective, nor are you. At least, last time we spoke seriously about your future, you weren't. Tomorrow is my last day. Can we continue with the business I came here for?
Yes, I'm finished, I promise. It's of no consequence.
Oh, thank God for that.
So which way will Rin jump, I wonder? Jack or
Baldi?
Sorry. My future. Yeah, let's talk about my future.
You're looking very tired this morning, Father Baldi. If you don't mind me saying so.
I didn't sleep a wink, Mrs. Reed. I'm going up to Broom Lodge after morning lectures. I won't be home for lunch.
You're full time up there.
Well, funnily enough, I think this will be my last day.
Well, take your umbrella. It's teeming. Oh, there's some flowers in the hall for you. Someone called Tina. Oh. I didn't open the envelope. There was a card.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Reed.
Father Troy took a good long look. He didn't seem a bit pleased.
The hard man. Is it wetting up here?
It is. Can I leave this for Inspector Mann?
Oh, is it a Billy Dooley?
What?
Oh, she's a popular Garda, Detective Inspector Mann.
It's an operational matter. Did you just wink at me?
I'm only ragging you. She's out with the super. She'll be back in 20 minutes if you want to wait.
No, I'll get on. You make sure she gets it, though. It's important.
Oh, well, indeed. Watch out for deep puddles.
There you are.
Thelma, just going up to Sharon's room. You want a game of Scrabble later?
Oh, that would be nice.
I never saw you walk with a stick before.
Oh, rheumatism, my dear. The rain brings it on. I must be getting old. So, poor Jack seems very cowed, very withdrawn. And I believe the guard visited him.
Yes, just a visit.
Yes, and I believe that you were there too. A little bird told me. The guard don't suspect him, do they?
No, they don't, Thelma.
Oh, that's good. Very good. He's a fine man, Paolo. Girls find him very attractive. Did you know that?
Yes, I can see that. In any case, the Gardaí don't have him on their list of suspects. So far.
What do you mean, so far?
Well, I'm about to change their view of this case. I know things that they don't. Things that point conclusively to Jack. Here we are. Window. This is where she was pushed to her death. Poor thing. Yeah, you see, I know Jack took photos of Sharon. She was blackmailing him and the money was...
No, but she tried to lure him. All the time I saw her. You see, she had the room across from him, and she led him on. Oh, you can't imagine. She was a hussy. Absolutely brazen. She wanted to marry him. Did you know that? But see, he was mine. Is mine.
Well, he's for the chop. If someone doesn't save him, that is.
What do you mean?
Well, he's going to be charged with this. And convicted, I'd guess. Well, Jack had motive, means and opportunity. All I'm looking for now is the final piece in the jigsaw. To see if a man in a wheelchair could have pushed a girl out of this window.
Like this.
No!
Hold on. I'd like to do that. Let go.
Please, Thelma.
You see, I'm very sorry. I'd like to. But Jack is...
Thelma, please.
Help! Scream through, but there's no one here. There's only old people.
Help me, someone!
Let go of the edge. Get away. Get off. No. Grab.
I can't reach up.
Here.
I thought... Thank you.
You okay?
She's beating my knuckles with a stick.
You're lucky I got your note.
Where's she gone?
Legged it.
Oh,
There's 2 mules below. They'll catch her.
oh. Well, I was pushing her. Yeah, I thought that if I fingered Jack, I might get her to confess. It didn't occur to me she'd simply push back. The rear window was a kind of spooky analogy, but it was back to front.
One more time. In English?
Well, the story was turned on its head, and when I reviewed it in one last long, sleepless night, I saw that we were back to the constants that run deep under all human behaviour. Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love.
Still don't get the logic, sorry.
Well, I suddenly saw that it was Thelma who was in love with someone and was willing to kill for it. No one else had that big motivation.
Love. Some conundrum, eh?
There's something I wanted to ask you. Why did Jason have the pictures when he wasn't party to the blackmail?
Sharon sent them. With a little token. Jack had taken loads and she'd sent the best.
Oh. And why in God's name did he keep them?
Come on, Paolo. You're messing, right? You want to know why men keep pictures of girls with no clothes on?
No. I suppose it's obvious.
No, I thought so. Now, can I take you out tonight?
Out?
To dinner. I owe you.
Me?
Great. There's a noodle bar near the Gaiety Theatre called Tampopo. See you at 8.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, see you then. Oh, yeah. There's one last thing. It never occurred to me that Thelma might have been the killer. She seemed more like Miss Lonely Hearts to me. The one who always was being stood up.
Well, there was a Miss Lonely Hearts, but it wasn't her.
Who was it then?
I'll tell you someday, okay? You're really serious about taking me out?
8 o'clock. Tampopo. See you.
Why are you dressed like that?
Oh, Lord. I was going out. It slipped my mind about our meeting.
It's my last night. We have done less than 3/4 of the work.
I was asked to dinner. Oh, Lord. I sort of forgot.
You agreed to this, Father Baldi.
I know.
Who are you going out with, by the way?
The police inspector.
Well, surely you can talk to him another evening. We really need to do this, you and I.
Yes, I suppose we do. Oh, do you mind if Miss Lonely Hearts makes a call?
Miss Lonely Hearts? I presume that is some kind of metaphor?
It is.
And are you going to explain it?
Not likely. See you in 5 minutes.
The part of Paolo Baldi was played by David Threlfall, and Tina by Tina Kelleher. Father Troy by T.P. McKenna. Superintendent Rynn, Owen Rowe, Dearden, and Jason by Mario Rosenstock. Frida was played by Anne Byrne, Tolan, Mark Vereen, Kieran, Shane O'Neill, and the Sergeant by Malcolm Douglas. Baldi was created by Barry Devlin for Sarah Lawson Productions and developed and produced by BBC Northern Ireland. Baldi was directed in Belfast by Lawrence Jackson.
Would you know where one could go in Dublin for a nice, quiet, elegant dinner next Wednesday?
Why would you want to know that, Father Baldi?
Well, does it matter why?
Well, it wouldn't matter, say, if you were thinking of taking a young lady out for a nice, quiet, elegant dinner. You're a priest, you know.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. In fact, it's another priest I want to take out for dinner. Father Troy, whom you've met.
Oh, the blessed man, and what a fine priest
yeah.
he is. Why didn't you say it was him in the first place? I'll tell you exactly the place you want to take a splendid man like Father Troy out for dinner. The Dungarvan. A fine traditional hotel, family run. I know the wife there, Valeri, though her poor husband passed on last year. Her son Johnny runs the place now, I think. No, you won't go wrong at the Dungarvan, Father Baldi. I'll give you his phone number.
Right.
Now, look, you're going to be eating up that fried bread, aren't you?
Welcome to the Dublin Emerald. As you see from my badge, my name is Mona and I'm here to help you. Emerald Inns hope you will enjoy your stay with us and enjoy the authentic taste of Ireland that is so much part of the Emerald Inn's philosophy. Here at
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for the Dungarvan Hotel.
This used to be the Dungarvan Hotel, but has recently become part of the Emerald Inn's experience. Here at the Dublin
we have a booking for dinner.
The name will be Dr. Baldi.
Oh, yes, you'll be wanting the Crock of Gold restaurant then, Father.
Thank you.
Oh, through there, I see.
That's right. Or why not relax with a drink before dinner in the Leprechaun Snug?
How about that? Would you like to relax with a drink before dinner in the Leprechaun Snug?
On the principle that one should try everything at once, I'll say yes, Paolo. Oh, this place. I've never seen so much green in my entire life.
I'm not meant to be working behind the bar and leave a cook all night. The deal is, I'm off from 6 till the entertainment starts at 9.
I'm sorry, Sean, but you can see we have a staffing problem. I've tried to contact the other barmen without success, so I'd be very grateful if you... Customers. Good evening. Welcome to the Leprechaun Snug.
Thank you. What's it to be then, Father Troy?
I think a dry sherry would hit the spot.
Yes. So is there anyone staying here?
Sean?
Oh, all right.
Sorry. Teething troubles. We haven't been open that long.
So I gather.
Good evening. My name's Sean, and I'm glad to welcome you to the Leprechaun Snug. So it's dry sherry then and...
I'll have a dry white wine, thank you.
I'm Shelley Barron, assistant manager of this Emerald Inn.
Pleasure to meet you.
And I do hope you'll enjoy your stay at the Dublin Emerald. Each Wednesday at all the Emeralds, there's a Cuchulainn night with traditional Irish entertainment.
Just it.
Oh, well, the Crock of Gold restaurant is through there.
All right, thank you.
There you are. Would you like those added to your dinner bill?
Yes, please.
And now, if you'll excuse me... Sean, you don't know where Johnny is, do you?
Haven't seen him.
Because he was meant to have worked out the staff registers.
Right, there we are.
Cheers.
Salute. You know, it's strange, Direttore. There's something about this place that reminds me of a monastery.
A monastery? This place is not a monastery, it's a theme park.
No, wait. This hotel is dedicated to an ideal, just as a religious institution might be. You know, the Emerald philosophy, so it has very rigid rules. I mean, take that girl, Mona, at reception. I thought there was something very spiritual about her. She wears a green uniform and she repeats the same formula of words to every guest who arrives. Is that so different from what a monk or a nun does?
I don't know how to get into you, Paolo. You're talking absolute rubbish. And I think you're also putting off telling me what this evening is really about. This elaborately conspiratorial meeting.
All right, Direttore.
I swear, that one man never leaves a bar. Oh, it's yourself, Mr. Winfeld, sir, so it is. And how's your young bride? The prettiest colleen this side of the McGillicuddy Reefs.
Sean, you smooth-talking devil. How have you been?
Oh, sure, I've been entirely sober all day. Except the times I've been drunk.
You're priceless, Sean. I didn't know people like you still existed.
I think he's actually paid to be like that.
I think he must be. Another part of the Emerald Inn's philosophy. Hot and cold, lovable Irish characters under wraps.
I'm not the for you, Tom.
And do you think the Americans are paid to be like that, too?
You want me myself to serve behind the bars? That was just telling me.
No, Johnny. It's just that you're...
Yeah, right. Who wants a drink here? Who wants some bloody service in that plastic paddy bar?
Johnny?
What about you, Sean? You drunken old has-been. You want another large whiskey to help you forget you don't have a career anymore? Now listen, if you're looking for a fight... Or are there other things you want to forget about, perhaps? Leave it out, Johnny. And what about our delightful American guests?
looking for an authentic taste of the old home country, are you?
Oh, I'm not sure that I am.
While I have your attention, could I ask you something, Mr. Winfeld?
Yeah, all right.
How in the hell have you managed to stay married all these years to a woman as ugly as that?
Listen, you started talking my wife. You're asking for trouble. I may look old, but I can still pack a punch and off a third.
You disgusting. Don't you ever dare come to me.
I think, Father Troy, maybe it's time we went through to the Crocodile restaurant.
Yes, I think. When you say that's typical of this place, 8 different Irish coffees on the menu, and not an espresso in sight.
I'm sorry, it wasn't quite the gastronomic treat I had in mind.
No. You still haven't told me what all this is about.
True. The fact is, Direttore, I am enjoying my current life more than I enjoyed the life I had before. I think I'm more interested in teaching semiotics than I am in the work of the Catholic Church.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I can envisage a future in which my 1 year sabbatical from the priesthood could easily become 2 years sabbatical.
No. No man can serve 2 masters.
For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
You wouldn't, by any chance, be serving 2 masters, would you, Paolo?
What are you on about, Direttore?
There's a woman involved, isn't there?
It depends what you call involved. Anyway, it's not an important thing.
Well, now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Could we read that pipe music, please? That's better. Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Dublin Emeralds Treat of the Week, our Cuchulainn night.
Oh, no.
I'm your host, Sean O'Flaherty, and tonight, although you're here in the Crock of Gold restaurant, I want you to imagine you're all gathered round the peat fire in the back bar of Mickey McGinty's Grocery and General Store. Tonight, you're going to have a taste of the old Ireland. An Ireland that still exists in the country villages and nooks and crannies of the Emerald Isle.
I think we could do without this,
It's a
Paolo.
world where people make their own entertainment as they have done down the centuries.
Waiter.
Telling their jokes, listening to the crack, and playing their own music. And this music we start with. I'm delighted to welcome a singer from right here in Dublin, Siobhan Donnelly. And she's going to start with that delightful Irish tune, The Fields of Athenry.
Thanks, Sean.
No, I've stomached the Guinness pie with Kilcannon, but I'm afraid this is too much.
No, of course. Waiter! Waiter!
Where's Dr. Baldi?
What's this?
God in heaven save us. There's been a terrible accident in the kitchen. Please come, Dr. Baldi.
I'm not Dr. Baldi.
But you must be. You're wearing
That's enough, Mona. Will you please get back to reception?
But Johnny's out
Will
there.
you please get back to reception?
Yes. Very well. All right.
I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing to worry about. Sean, over to you again.
Right, yes. Well, sorry for that little interruption there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid you'll find in lovely old Ireland things never run entirely to plan. So, once again, it's Siobhan Donnelly with The Fields of Athenry.
By the lonely prison wall.
Is that true, Miss Barron? Is there really nothing to worry about?
Are you the Dr. Baldi she was asking for?
I am.
No, you should never have come in here asking for a doctor. She should
My
have...
friend's not a medical doctor like me. He's a priest.
Well, perhaps one of you better come through to the kitchens then.
I'll go, Direttore.
I'm rather afraid we've more need of a priest's services than a doctor's. God knows what that stupid, hysterical girl on reception is doing. She's worked at other Emerald Inns. She knows the form. To burst into the restaurant like that. One of the first rules of the hotel business is that you never let the guests know there's anything wrong.
Who found the body?
The girl herself. The receptionist. Mona.
Would she normally come into the kitchen? Or indeed, here?
No, but as you may have gathered, we've had staffing problems tonight, so everybody's been helping out.
This is terrible.
I'm afraid he was very drunk.
You think that had something to do with it?
It had everything to do with it. You'd have to be very drunk to walk into that cold store and let the door shut behind you, wouldn't you?
Well, surely he wasn't in there long enough to freeze to death.
No. He must have suffocated.
Would it be easy, do you think, even if you were drunk, to let that door close on you?
Not difficult. It's got a spring on it so that it can't be left ajar by mistake. It's due to have a safety device fitted, but there hasn't been time yet. Look.
I'm not sure you should...
What?
Well, I was just thinking the Guardian might not like anything to be touched.
This is just an accident. This can be dealt with by the Emerald Inn's management.
Surely the Gardaí won't need to be involved.
I'm rather afraid they will, Miss Barron.
Thank you so much for waiting, gentlemen. This is Inspector Mahon from the Gardaí.
Good evening. Paolo.
You know each other?
Yes.
And this is... I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, sir.
Father Troy.
Good evening. I gather Dr. Baldi saw the body in the storeroom. Did you also go through there, Father Troy?
No.
In that case, I don't think we need to detain you any longer.
Thank goodness for that.
But I'm afraid I need to ask you a few questions, Paolo. And Miss Barron, if I could start by checking some details with you.
Of course, I'll be pleased.
Lad, where are you? We need to get this investigation underway.
If you'll excuse me for a moment.
I'd better have a word with him, too.
So, Paolo.
What?
It's her, isn't it?
What do you mean?
She's the woman who's been unsettling you.
What makes you think that, Direttore?
I flatter myself I know something about you at this stage. I saw the look on your face when she walked in the room. You, haven't said anything to her?
I'm in no position to.
You certainly are not. Good.
Why do you say good?
Because at least now, I know my enemy. Good night, Paolo.
And we'd be most grateful, Miss Barron, if we could use this room as a base while we talk to your staff.
Well, it is actually my office, and I'd hope
Well,
to
we'd
get...
be most grateful, Miss Barron.
Very well.
I think it'd be good to talk to the girl Mona first.
Might I remind you, Inspector Mahon, that I am in charge of this case?
Of course.
And I think the person we need to talk to first is the receptionist who found the body. What was her name?
Mona.
That's the one. Could you ask her to come in here, please, Miss Barron?
Certainly, Superintendent.
We need to get a result on this one, man.
We need to get a result on all of them, don't we?
By a result, I mean an arrest. I don't want to leave this hotel tonight without having charged someone.
But, Superintendent, we don't even know yet that a crime's been committed.
Don't be picky, man.
Dr. Baldi, do you have a moment?
Of course.
Good. It's just, obviously, the death of Johnny Leary is exactly the sort of publicity a newly opened hotel would wish to avoid.
Yes, I understand that.
The Emerald Inn's company has always worked hard to present a respectable and family-friendly image.
Yes.
That's the Emerald style, and it is my job to maintain that tradition.
Your job as manager of the Dublin Emerald?
Yes, I'm only the assistant manager.
Well, now Johnny Leary's dead.
Who knows what will happen? That's up to head office. All I'm asking, Dr. Baldi, is if you're approached by the press about Johnny Leary's death, please say as little as possible.
Of course. Have you yourself been with the Emerald Inns long, Miss Barron?
I joined the parent company in 1993 in South Africa. This hotel is part of a worldwide chain, you know.
Bringing authentic Irishness to the far-flung corners of the world.
Exactly. I still can't forgive that girl, Mona. Emerald Inn staff should be entirely in control at all times.
As you are?
Yes. That is the Emerald style. That's what all the expensive training should teach them.
Makes the business of becoming a priest sound positively easy by comparison.
I beg your pardon?
So it's not important.
Right, so, Mona, you were saying that you didn't touch the door of the coal store before you opened it and found the body.
That's right, I didn't. And then I saw Johnny lying there, and I knew. I crossed myself, and I...
Why were you in the kitchen? I thought your job was as a receptionist.
The staff rotors were all over the place. With so many people there in the Crock of Gold for the Cook Cullen night, we all had to muck in.
And you say you found the body about 9 o'clock?
Yes. Most of the tables had been cleared in the restaurant for it to start. Some of the sweets hadn't been touched. I was going to put them back in the coal store.
And in the course of the evening, did you see anyone else go into the coal store or open the door?
No, I didn't.
Mona, you wouldn't object to having your fingerprints taken, would you?
Why?
It's standard procedure.
And if we found your fingerprints on, say, the door handle of the coal store, well, that might prove something, might it not, eh?
Yes, I suppose it might.
It'll prove you opened the door when you found Johnny Leary's body. It'll prove, in fact, Superintendent, that Mona has been telling us the truth.
Of course it would, man. Of course it would. That's just what I meant.
Hello?
Mrs. Reed, it's Paolo Baldi.
Oh, good evening, Father. And have you had a good dinner at the Dungarvan Hotel?
Well, the evening didn't quite turn out as I expected.
Oh.
The fact is, there's been an accident here and the police have been called. I was ringing to say I'd be back rather late.
What kind of accident?
Well, I'll tell you about it in the morning, Mrs. Reed. What I wanted to ask you, though, is, what kind of man is Johnny Leary?
Well, would you like to hear what his mother Derby thinks of him?
Yes, all right.
That her son's a walking saint, and the sun shines out of every part of his anatomy. Well, the way Derby goes on about Johnny, you'd think he was the Pope in Rome. Mind you...
Mrs. Reed, Johnny Leary, Has he always lived with his mother?
Oh, no. He spent a long time travelling around the world, learning the hotel trade. Oh, he went everywhere. Australia, South Africa, London, you name it, he's been there. And then when his father died last year, Johnny came back to take over the Dungarvan.
You did sort of imply, Mrs. Reed, that there might be another view of Johnny Leary, apart from his mother's.
Did I now?
Yes.
Well, only if you believe gossip.
Well, the thing about gossip is that you have to hear it before you know whether you can believe it or not.
True. Indeed, I heard from Peggy down the greengrocers. Mind you, she's a terrible old gossip.
What did Peggy say?
She said that Johnny and his father didn't get on, and the boy was always a terrible wastrel, and his time abroad has just been a series of bad deaths, the family rescuing him, and that he was far too partial to his drink and drugs, and that he'd even been involved in blackmail.
Oh.
Mind you, mightn't be true at all. And it doesn't do to go repeating things like that about anyone.
No, certainly not. And I'm sure you'd never do that, Mrs. Reed.
Of course I wouldn't. I'm not that kind of woman.
Yeah, but, excuse me, there's someone waving at me. Yes?
Sorry, sir. The officers from the Gardaí would like you to go and have a word.
Yeah, of course. Look, I have to dash, Mrs. Reed. I'll see you in the morning. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Are you all right?
Well, I'm a bit shocked, but I'll be fine.
Well, it's no surprise you're shocked. It's an awful thing to find a dead body like that.
Yes. God rest his soul.
Did you know Johnny Leary well?
Not well, but it's terrible to think of him dead.
Yeah. Had you met him anywhere other than Dublin, Mona?
Well...
You're still here, Dr. Baldi. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, nothing. I have to go and talk to the guy now, so I better go and do that now. Goodbye.
Is everything all right, Mona?
Yes, thank you, Shirley. Everything's fine.
You didn't say anything to that priest about Johnny, did you?
No, I haven't said anything to anyone.
Good. You keep it that way, Mona. So, Mr. Weiner.
Call me Klaus, please.
Right, Klaus. You're saying that none of your chefs went through to the cold store between 8 and 9 o'clock.
That's right. We were all too busy in here. We had 40 covers tonight, being Cuchulainn night, you see.
But surely some of the stuff has to be got out of the cold store, doesn't it?
Well, we get it out at 6. That way it has a bit of time to defrost before it goes in the microwaves.
Is all the food deep frozen?
Oh, yes. That's how Emerald Inns ensures that the menu is exactly the same all over the world. Would you believe I trained for 3 years in Switzerland when there was a microwave chef?
I'm sorry?
Not half as sorry as I am.
So, Klaus, you're absolutely certain none of your kitchen staff went into the cold store during the relevant period?
Positive, Inspector. I was keeping them all busy in here preparing the salads and sweets.
And Mona, the receptionist, could she have gone through?
I don't think so. But I'm not certain. She was in and out of the kitchen, you know.
Who's that over there?
Oh, that's Neve. She helps with the washing up. Be a bit gentle with her. She's, well, not all there, if you know what I mean.
Right. Can you confirm what Klaus has told me?
Sorry?
I'm Inspector Mahan. Did you hear what I was saying?
Some of it.
So, Neve, you didn't see any of the kitchen staff going into the scullery?
No, I don't come on duty till 9 o'clock, so I didn't see anything.
Which entrance do you come through?
The back one.
So you walk through the scullery where the cold store is?
I do, but I didn't see anything.
Did you arrive for work sharp at 9 tonight?
Oh, yes.
And Mona didn't find the body till just after 9. The cold store door was closed when you went past it.
It was.
And Mona was here in the kitchen.
I think she was. Everyone was all over the place in here.
I see. Let's have another look at the cold store.
Fine.
Have you finished in here, Sergeant?
Yes, Inspector. The photographer's been and gone, so's the body.
And the fingerprints?
All done and dusted. Open it, close it, do what you like with it.
Thanks. Klaus, could you come through?
Of course.
Isn't that a bit risky when you or your staff go in to get something out?
No, we have a system. Jam the door with that fire extinguisher when someone goes in. It's only temporary.
Neve?
Yes, Inspector?
Are you sure this door wasn't propped open with a fire extinguisher when you came into work?
No. It was closed. I'm sure of that.
And you came in through there?
Yes. That's the staff entrance.
What's that door over there?
Well,
Night porter's room. He sleeps in there after midnight. Then if the bell rings, he gets up and lets latecomers in.
Right. Let's have another look in the store. Could you hold it open for me, Sergeant? Don't want history to repeat itself, do we?
No, Inspector.
All neatly labelled, I see. And this doesn't look like something you'd cook, does it, Klaus?
No.
On the other hand, I know exactly what it does look like.
Yes.
All right, Sergeant. Do you recognise this, Klaus?
I do, but it had nothing to do with me, I swear. Nor any of the rest of my kitchen staff.
Oh?
No, that little lot very definitely belonged to Johnny Leary.
Inspector Martin has spoken to the chefs in the kitchen, and our men talked to the rest of the staff. They can all provide alibis for each other, as it were.
So assuming that someone did shut Johnny in the cold store...
And assuming it wasn't an accident.
Then the only people who don't have solid alibis for the relevant time are the receptionist Mona, the assistant manager Shelley Byrne, and the barman Sean O'Flaherty.
We'll talk to the two women, and we'll talk to Mr. O'Flaherty as soon as his duties in the Cucullin are over.
Is that really not finished yet?
Oh, no. You certainly get your money's worth of authentic Irish in an Emerald Inn.
Right. Could we get on, please?
Sorry, of course. The one thing that's been puzzling me is why Johnny Leary should have been anywhere near the cold store anyway.
Oh, we know the answer to that.
Yes. I found Johnny Leary's private stash of cocaine in there.
There's no need to tell him, Mahan.
I'm sorry, Superintendent.
Dr. Baldi, our fingerprint experts, have been working down in the kitchens. Now, according to Miss Barnes, she opened the door to the cold store in your presence after you'd said a prayer over the body.
A prayer?
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, we'll take her fingerprints to check them with any that are on the handle.
And we'll do the same with Mona.
And with Sean O'Flaherty?
Oh, no need, Dr. Baldi. Fortunately for us, Mr. O'Flaherty's fingerprints are already on file.
What? Is there still not a barman in here?
No. So you've finished the Cucullin night, have you?
Oh, yes, sir. All done now for another week.
Mr. O'Flaherty, I'm Dr. Paolo Baldi. I was asked to tell you that the Garda want to talk to you.
What?
They're in Miss Barron's office, the superintendent and an inspector.
Oh, no. Do they want to see me straight away?
Well, they've got someone with them at the moment, but they said that you're not to go home till they've spoken to you.
Hell.
You've heard what happened, have you? Well, you may not know. Johnny Leary's dead.
Oh. Sorry. I've never gone much for that not speaking ill of the dead nonsense. Johnny Leary never did a hand's turn in his life.
No, but I understood he travelled the world studying the hotel business.
The only bit of the hotel business Johnny Leary ever studied was the room service menu.
And did you meet him for the first time when you started working here?
No. We met earlier in London, when I was big.
Sorry?
Come on. I'm Sean O'Flaherty. I was a top-of-the-bill comic in the 70s, over in England, but it didn't last. These days I can't give myself away with soap. And do you know why? Political correctness, that's why. You can't do Irish jokes now, even if you're Irish.
Except on Emerald Inn's Cucullin nights.
That's about it, yeah.
I find it interesting that you haven't asked me any details about Johnny Leary's death.
No, I haven't, have I?
Why not?
Because the fact that he's dead is the only detail I care about.
Well, madam, the printout from Scotland Yard's just right.
Is that the details of Sean O'Flaherty's previous conviction?
It most certainly is.
That was quick.
And I'd say that anyone who's being blackmailed about that would have a pretty good motive for murdering the blackmailer. Now, wouldn't you agree, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise there was anyone in here.
Oh, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm not in your way, am I?
I was just collecting the glasses. Sometimes some of the restaurant glasses are left in here, and they're not meant to get mixed up. The restaurant manager gets very cross if they all get mixed up.
Oh, so in spite of what's happened tonight, the business of the hotel just goes on?
Well, there are the guests, aren't there? Shelley Barron says they must always come first.
And you always do what Shelley Barron says?
Of course. Total obedience is part of the Emerald Inn's philosophy.
I noticed you're not wearing the green uniform like everyone else.
No, I'm only sort of temporary. I just work in the kitchen, tidying up and washing up, you know.
Yeah. Is that fun?
I get paid for doing it. You can't be fussy. There isn't that much work around.
Is this your first job?
I've done bits and pieces. My dad's unemployed, and there are 7 of us children.
Sorry, what's your name?
Niamh.
Did you know Johnny Leary well, Niamh?
No.
Did you know him before you started working here?
No, I didn't.
And how did you get this job? Did you see it advertised?
No, my dad heard it from a friend that they were looking for people, Mr. O'Flaherty.
Oh, the barman?
Yeah, he's a drinking mate of my dad's. This job, my dad set it up. I always do what my dad tells me.
Oh, well, more total obedience.
What?
Sorry, I was just thinking.
And this, as I'm sure you know, Mr. O'Flaherty, is the scene of the crime. I only know because Dr. Baldi told me. And here's the cold store on which Johnny Leary died. Now, someone either forced him to step inside here, or Mr. Leary stepped.
I think you ought to let him out.
I was about to. Sorry, Superintendent. I'm sure you didn't mean to get locked in.
Oh, well, I did. It was quite deliberate on my part. A bit of hands-on police work. A little demonstration to show how easily Johnny Leary's death could have happened.
It still doesn't demonstrate that I had anything to do with it, though.
Doesn't it? Bring in our guest, will you, Inspector Mahan?
Yes, Superintendent. You know Mr. Winfield, don't you, Mr. O'Flaherty?
Yes. Evening, Sean. I wish I knew what this was all about.
If you could just repeat what you told me, Mr. Winfield.
Okay. Well, we were sitting down to dinner before the Cuchulainn night began. My wife wasn't feeling too good. She suffers with the nerves, and we just had the shouting match in the bar. So she asked me to go and fetch the medication she has for her condition.
Go on.
Well, I remembered that I'd left it in the hire car, so I went out to the parking lot and...
Could you just get to the point?
I saw you, Sean, going in the back entrance of the hotel.
What time was that?
Just before 8:30.
Thank you very much.
Look, I don't want to cause trouble for anyone or anything.
Thank you very much, Mr. Winfield. You've been most helpful. We don't need to detain you any longer.
Well, if you're sure that I...
Thank you.
So, Mr. O'Flaherty, do you deny that you came in here at about 8:30 this evening?
No.
Well, do you deny that Johnny Leary was blackmailing you?
Well,
maybe he'd found out about your criminal record when he was working in London.
I don't have to say anything.
No, you don't. But if Johnny Leary did know that you'd served 2 years in an English jail for having sex with a minor, if he knew that that was the reason your career fell apart, then you'd have a pretty strong motive for killing him, wouldn't you?
Yes, I might have, but the fact remains I didn't do it.
Then why did you come in here half an hour before your Cuchulainn night started, and around the time that Johnny was also known to have come in here?
I didn't see him.
Well, do you have any proof of that?
I came through this scullery because I was going through the night porter's room.
Over here. So where are you going there, Mr. O'Flaherty?
I think that's my own business.
No, I'm very much afraid it's our business, because if you don't have a good explanation for what you were doing here, you very quickly become the prime suspect for the murder of Johnny Leary.
All right. I was with someone.
Right. And that someone will be able to provide you with an alibi for the relevant period?
Yes.
Well, if you want to get yourself off the hook, Mr. O'Flaherty, I think you'd better tell us who that someone is.
I don't deny it. Johnny and I did have an affair when he was in South Africa. Though what business it is of yours, I can't imagine.
I'm sorry, it was crude of me to ask. I just thought it might have some relevance to his death.
Did you, Dr. Baldi? The only thing that interests me about his death is how quickly it can be forgotten. Emerald Inns don't need that kind of publicity. And I want to get on with my job of making the Dublin Emerald the best hotel in the chain.
Well, I'd have thought that doing that would be the job of the manager, not the assistant manager.
What are you saying? That the chance of my getting his job gave me a motive to kill Johnny? And the fact that we'd had a previous relationship presumably makes it certain I murdered him?
No, I'm not saying that, but it is a point of view.
An incorrect point of view. Our affair in South Africa lasted 3 months, by which time I'd realized exactly what kind of man Johnny was. A layabout, a freeloader, a bum so lacking in moral principles that he'd even stoop to blackmail.
Did he try to blackmail?
He wouldn't have dared. He knew I had at least as much on him as he had on me. Once I'd mentioned some of the things I could have told his sainted mother about his activities, he ceased to be a threat to me.
So who might he be a threat to, then?
More vulnerable people. People who couldn't stand up for themselves.
Yeah, like who?
I think you'll have to work that out for yourself, Dr. Baldi.
And you say Mr. O'Flaherty was in the night porter's room when you arrived at 8:30?
He was, yes.
And, Niamh, you didn't see him with Johnny Leary?
No, I didn't see Johnny Leary at all.
What we are interested in is why you were in the night porter's room with him.
Well,
I told him we were just talking there, Niamh.
I'd hardly call that talk.
So what were you doing, Niamh?
Well, I don't know what I can say.
No need to.
I think you'd better.
Come on, Niamh. What were you doing?
We were, well, you know. My dad arranged it. I do it for Sean, and he pays me, and then I give the money to me dad.
Are you talking about a sexual act, Niamh?
Yes.
Do you deny this, Mr. O'Flaherty?
I can't, can I? It's true.
But it's only for the money. There's nothing in it.
Isn't there?
At least it's proved my alibi. At the relevant time, I was with Niamh in the night porter's room. No way could I have touched Johnny Leary.
It's proved your alibi, Mr. O'Flaherty, yes. On the other hand...
How old are you, Niamh?
I'm 15. Well, soon to be 15.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Mr. O'Flaherty. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up with a verdict of accidental death here. The man was very drunk. He was going after his stash of cocaine in the gold store. I think it's probably just one of those ghastly mistakes.
If you say so.
Off the record, of course. Don't breathe a word of what I've said to anyone until it's been confirmed.
I wouldn't dream of it. Thank you, Superintendent, for being so prompt and efficient.
My pleasure.
If you'll excuse me, I'll just go and tell the day staff they can get off home.
Of course. Goodbye, Miss Brown.
Goodbye, Superintendent. Mona, you can go home.
Don't worry, Shelley. I'll stay to the end of my story.
So is that it? Are we just going to leave it there?
As I said, we'll read the forensic reports. If anything suspicious comes out of those, then of course we'll investigate it. But I'd put any money you care to mention on the fact that it was an accident.
What makes you so sure?
Listen, Mahan, I got myself locked up in that coal store by mistake, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did.
So, if it could happen to someone of my experience, what chance would a fellow like Johnny Leary have, huh?
Right.
So, all in all, I'd say it's a very satisfactory evening's work.
But, Superintendent, you said we needed a result. We haven't got a result.
We most certainly have. We've produced an arrest.
But it's an arrest for underage sex and not...
No, you're just being picky again, Mahan. Good night to you.
Mona.
Yes, Inspector?
Are you sure you shouldn't be off home? You've had a terrible shock.
I'm fine. And my shift ends at midnight. That's only 20 minutes now, so I might as well see it out.
Well, all right.
Tina.
Hello, Paolo.
Are you done?
Superintendent Ring is dumb, so I guess I am too.
May I walk you to your car, then?
What a gentleman you are, Paolo.
Maybe. After you. So, what's Superintendent Ring's verdict?
He's moving pretty firmly towards the idea of an accident.
And your verdict?
It quite possibly could have been an accident, but I'd feel better if I thought we'd investigated it properly.
I heard about Sean.
He won't have much fun in prison. They don't like men who are in for underage sex. God, that poor kid. Being set up by her own father.
I thought you were trained not to get too involved with the people you're dealing with.
Yes, but sometimes it's hard to avoid it. When there's a kid like... Oh, I must go home to bed.
Yes, of course.
One thing, Paolo.
Yes?
I was quite surprised when Shelley Barron told me why you'd gone through to the kitchen to see Johnny Leary's body. To say a prayer. You hadn't told me you were a priest, had you?
No, the right moment didn't seem to have come up. Why? It doesn't make any difference to anything, does it?
No. No difference to anything. Night.
Night. Excuse me.
Welcome to the Dublin Emerald. As you see from my badge, my name is Mona, and I...
It's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. Forget my training. Always look the guests in the eye.
You must be very tired.
I'll be fine.
You heard what happened to Sean O'Flaherty?
Yes. I don't know what it makes me feel. Partly that he's a disgusting, dirty old man, but partly... Oh, I don't know.
I think Johnny Leary must have found out about Sean's previous conviction, over in England.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Because Johnny made a habit of getting dirt on everyone, didn't he? What did he have on you, Mona?
What makes you think he had anything?
The way I've seen you behave this evening. You come from a strong Catholic family, don't you, Mona?
Yes. My mother's very devout. I have a cousin who became a nun. And maybe my mother would have liked that for me. But it wouldn't have worked out.
Because of a boy?
What makes you think that?
Well, it usually is.
I only saw him a couple of times, but I was very naive. And a couple of times was enough. Which is why I had to go to London.
To get an abortion?
Yes.
Yeah, Johnny Leary wasn't the father, was he?
No. Good God, no. I just met him in London. I was working in the Emerald Inn there. And I was in a bad state after the operation. And I was lonely. And there he was. Someone from Dublin, and I confided in him.
But when you started working here, you threatened to tell someone?
To tell my mother. She couldn't have coped.
So what happened this evening, Mona, before Johnny died?
He was very drunk.
Yes, I saw him.
He started abusing everyone, and I knew it was only a matter of time before it would be my turn, particularly if he got onto the cocaine. Anyway, I'd been roped into helping in the kitchen, and I went into the scullery and I saw Johnny propping the storeroom door open with the fire extinguisher. And he started on at me, asking for money, saying he'd tell my mother about the abortion. And I didn't have any money, and I knew he was going to get the cocaine, and I don't know what came over me. When he went into the cold store, I just pulled away the fire extinguisher, and the door closed. Then things got frantic in the kitchen. But after, I don't know how long it was, I realized what I'd done. And I went back and opened the door. I never knew it could have happened so quickly.
And that's when you rushed into the restaurant screaming?
Yes.
I should have realised it sooner. That should have told me.
What do you mean?
Well, the fact that you went against your training. You'd been through the full Emerald Inn's course. You knew the required procedure. When there's an accident, you call for a doctor. Discreetly, don't you?
That's right.
But it wasn't a doctor you wanted. You knew Johnny Leary was dead. And what you wanted was spiritual help. You needed a priest. And you'd assumed, when we arrived, that my companion, who was dressed as a priest, was the one called Dr. Baldi.
Yes.
The duty demanded by your faith was stronger than the duty demanded by your Emerald Inn's training, wasn't it, Mona? No man can serve two masters.
No. And now I've let down both of them. Both my masters. My Catholic faith and my professional training.
It's not so bad.
Not so bad. I've killed 2 people.
2? You killed Johnny, but...
Not just Johnny. I killed my baby as well. What happens now? Do you call back the Gardaí?
Well, the Gardaí seemed to believe that Johnny Leary's death was accidental.
But you know it wasn't. I've just confessed to you.
Yes. Did you know I was a priest, Mona?
No.
Well, I am. Like Father Troy. Only I don't wear the uniform. Well, the foyer of the Dublin Emerald is not like your traditional confessional, but nonetheless, you've just given your confession to a priest. And a priest, as you know, is under oath not to divulge the secrets of the confessional to anyone.
You mean you won't tell the Gardaí?
I don't think my vows allow me to tell the Gardaí.
Oh. But I'll still burn in hell for what I've done.
Not necessarily. Confession is only the first part of the process. The second part is absolution.
But I can never be absolved from the sins I've committed.
Oh, you'd be amazed what you can be absolved for, Mona.
Are you not enjoying that bit of black pudding, Father Baldi?
I had a late night. I think it's possibly a bit early for black pudding.
Oh, I'm a great believer in giving the digestion a challenge. First thing.
Yes, Mrs. Reed, I'd gathered that.
Oh, now, who could that be at this time in the morning? Oh, you finished your black pudding.
Very good it was, too. Thank you very much.
Well, look who I've got here for you now.
Paolo?
Direttore.
I'll leave you 2 fathers together, then.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said last night, Paolo. Have you been thinking about it, too?
Well, I've been preoccupied. My mind's been full of questions about the administration of justice and about punishment and about guilt.
Your own guilt?
Well, as well as other people's.
I came round because I just wanted to say to your face, Paolo, that you don't have any choice.
Oh?
You can only serve one master. The church is not going to let you go, Paolo. So by all means, indulge your doubts, your fantasies of another lifestyle. But at the end of this year, you must return to do what you were chosen to do.
I'm not so concerned these days about what I was chosen to do. I'm more interested in what I choose to do.
No. It's only your age. A midlife crisis, that's all.
Oh.
People in their late 30s want to change everything. It's the time when married men leave their wives.
So what do priests do?
They survive. They hold their noses, they go under, and they come up the other side. And that's what you're going to do, Paolo. Like it or not.